We begin this half hour with breaking news. A tragic end to a desperate search for 19 firefighters missing in action in Arizona.
They were battling the fast-moving Yarnell Hill wildfire, which has already burned 2,000 acres in central Arizona. Now, sadly, officials have confirmed that all 19 of those firefighters have been killed. Katie O'Connor of our Phoenix affiliate, KNXV, is on the ground with the very latest.
No, and that's exactly what they're dealing with even right now, hours later. This fire, just the behavior, so erratic, so dangerous, and unfortunately that's what led to the tragedy earlier today of those 19 firefighters. And they were with Granite Mountain, the hotshot crew with Prescott Fire. 18 died. There was also another firefighter who's unaccounted for what agency he was working for, but he was with that group of 19 firefighters. Now the hotshot crew, they're the ones who go in first. They cut the lines, clear all the brush. They're the best in shape, is what Mike Reichling with Incident Command tells me. They train all year for this. This is what they eat, sleep, breathe, to train for wildfire conditions just like this. Something must have gone wrong somewhere. Investigation underway about that. Meanwhile, a helicopter spotted the group of firefighters from the air. There was a firefighter who was in the group that did manage to escape, but the other 19 did not. They were not recovered, and that was not released to us. They did pass away until around 8 o'clock this evening. Meanwhile, other firefighters having to also still go out there and fight the Yarnell fire despite this tragedy, learning about their best friends, also like brothers to them. The fire still burning out of control, 0% contained at this time. 250 structures have burned in the town of Yarnell, and putting this in perspective, it's a very, very, very small town. Only about 500 structures total, so half of it already wiped out by this fire. I asked what kind of structures that would be, and the Incident Command said that includes businesses and also homes. And when we arrived around 3:15 this afternoon, we came up off of Highway 89, and we were standing just on the side of the road, and we could see the fire quickly coming towards us, and we were told to leave because of a dangerous situation. Now tomorrow, more fire crews are going to be brought in to relieve. Federal aid will also be coming in, and helicopters, planes still continuing to dump water and retardant on the flames.
That is Katie O'Connor from our Phoenix affiliate. Thank you for that. Such a tragic story. These guys, they're called hotshots. They know what they're doing. They're the best of the best. And what they had to do is deploy their emergency shelters. And what that really means is something drastic happens. They dig themselves a hole right there in the ground, and they put a cover on top of them, and they hope that the fire passes over them. There's like a 50% survival rate with this. So when you're deploying your emergency shelter, as it's called, you know, there's a half the odds are that you're not going to make it.
This is your last resort.
It's your last resort. Something drastic happened.
When we're talking, that's what Katie was saying. And when we're talking about this kind of fire, the pictures are one thing, but to talk about the intensity of this fire is a completely different thing. The flames of this blaze lit up the night sky. They could be seen for miles away. The smoke that was really affecting everybody there could be smelled for miles and miles away. This started on Friday from a lightning strike, and almost immediately within the weekend, it had spread to 2,000 acres. That's how big it had become, and now we're talking about much more than that. She was talking about structural damage, but nothing really compares to losing the life, and especially such a tight-knit community when you lose 19
people from a relatively small place. The conditions are horrible. It's a perfect storm of conditions where the humidity is low, so everything's dry. It's record heat and high winds.